Hey, this is Jeff Merrill. We're excited to see you tonight. Grab some popcorn, grab a big soda, sit down, get comfortable, and the event's about to start.
Thank you so much for joining. We are so excited for this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Craig Engels. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're out here in rainy Portland, Oregon, wishing we were in Maupin where it's sunny 366 days a year. Thank you for joining our Let's Just Build a Real Track virtual event.
Thank you for joining us tonight, and we can't wait for the evening to begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, please donate to buy Craig a shovel so that he could build a real track in Maupin, Oregon.
I'll be out there with that shovel if you pay for it, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at that stash.
And this one.
Beautiful.
Come join us and our mustaches in Maupin, Oregon.
Bring your stash of mustaches to Maupin, Oregon with us.
Hello, Susie Miles here from Maupin, Oregon. Can't wait for tonight to get started. It's going to be a lot of fun and we're really excited about the program. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Michael Bergmann here, Portland Track and IncubatorU. It's going to be a great night. Welcome, and we look forward to seeing you during the event.
See this? This is what we're trying to get rid of, and we need your help.
If you don't donate to Let's Just Build a Real Track, Craig's gonna go an ugly looking soul patch right below that beautiful mustache.
You think it would be ugly on me, Jeff?
No.
But I'll do it.
Look at that hair.
Hey, it's Nate Botsford. Excited to get this evening started, so grab a drink and let's get this going.
Hi, I'm Holly.
I'm Julie.
I'm Sadie.
And I'm Jade, and we're the South Wasco County track team.
We're so excited to have you all here tonight for our event, and we're excited to get started. So we're gonna give you a little countdown. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Let's Just Build a Real Track fundraising event. We're coming to you live from Maupin, Oregon, right here at the Imperial River Rafting Company. I'm your host, Jeff Merrill. I will be guiding you through this evening. You might know me from the hit track series Tracklandia, your favorite tiny niche track-focused web series, or from my exploits with Portland Track putting on high-level running events this summer. Tonight I'm joined by the very talented Holly Miles. She's a hurdler at the South Wasco County High School for the Red Sides.
Yep.
And Holly is the catalyst for this project. She got the ball rolling on this whole thing. So where did this idea come from to build a track right here in Maupin, Oregon?
Well, so a lot of people had the idea, but I just kind of asked the question, and I of course asked my parents first. So I was like, hey, why don't we, build a real track? And so then it just kind of kept building and building, and they started talking to people, and I kept talking to people and asking the question, and it just kind of snowballed into what it is now.
Beautiful. So right now you have a sort of triangular, misshapen, what's the substance out there on the track that you're running in?
It's like sand, but it's cinder actually, but it's pretty much sand.
Oh yeah, a lot of slipping going on and things like that, huh? We wanted to have a big event this evening, but unfortunately we couldn't because of the current circumstances out there right now. And we wanted to be respectful and safe for everybody involved, so we're happy that you're all tuning in virtually with us this evening, and that and as soon as we can, we want to get you out here, especially at this new beautiful facility that will be built out here on the cliffside overlooking the Deschutes River. Despite all of that, we're going to have a fantastic evening, so sit tight. Grab a drink. You should already be set up right now, comfortably in your chairs at home. As I said, we've got an exciting evening, and we're going to build this track, the Deschutes River Athletic Complex, and you're going to be a part of it. It's going to be fantastic. All right. You can donate throughout the evening in as many installments as you like. Like we said, if you like to hear your name called, just keep donating. Keep donating a ton of times, all right? Yeah, and I'll be sure to shout out your name. We have S for $10. S, that's one letter S. Thank you, S. Appreciate that. But let's take a little practice round here and make sure that you know how to use this thing. So let's practice. Everybody donate $1 right now. Oh, we've got a bunch of dollars coming in too. Bryn, Doug, Allison, Carol, Stan, Tom, James, Marissa, Mike. Oh man, everybody's being so generous. Anonymous, I love that name. It's one of my favorite names. The Deschutes River Athletic Complex is going to be more than just a track. And as you'll see this evening, it'll be a gathering place for the community, a venue for world-class competition, and a meaningful access point for sport, music, and nature for all. It's going to be spectacular.
Now let's go to my mom, Susie Miles, at the site of the future Deschutes River Athletic Complex.
Thanks, Holly and Jeff. Great to see you all tonight, and so glad that you could join us for this event to celebrate what's happening at the Deschutes River Athletic Complex. I'm here at the facility right now to explain what's been happening up to this date. The National Guard broke ground here in August of this summer. The Warnock family, a ranching family here outside of Maupin, donated the rock fill that you'll see behind us, and the National Guard hauled, crushed, and put the fill out here so that we can have a regulation-sized track on this footprint. So we're so thankful to the National Guard. They were so friendly. They waved every time you saw them driving their trucks as they were hauling rock to the site. They camped out here at the school. Some of the community members would come by every day to say hi and see what was going on the project. And we just really feel so fortunate that they were able to come and kickstart this project. This facility is more than just for the students, it's for the whole community. The students use it, of course, for daily PE classes, track meets, and track training, cross country, obviously football. But at almost any time of the day, you'll see people out here walking their dogs and exercising, and that happens year-round. So this is definitely a community facility that we're building, not just one for the students at the school. It's great to be working on this project because it's a real need. The students and the community have a real need to have a new facility. South Wasco County High School has not hosted a home track meet here in 47 years. That's a long time. Our community is really looking forward to the day when we do host a home track meet because we're proud of our community and we want people to know about us.
So I think they would enjoy it a lot to see us run at our own hometown, so that would be really cool.
That would be pretty neat. I mean, it just like let them come out and watch us from South Wasco County High School to do track and obviously probably football.
Besides track meets though, we're looking forward to our first home football game at night under new lights. We haven't had a night football game in years. That's what every town wants to do on a Friday night in the fall. It's also really important to have a better track for our track athletes. Currently it's cinder with a lot of gravel on the side. It's really hard to train on the uneven surface.
It would mean a lot to like all the athletes here because then we wouldn't have to do road runs. We could stay here and do specific workouts on our own track.
It's really important to have a safe place for our Red Side athletes to train. We also look forward to the future when it's finished and we can have this as a training facility for world-class athletes that are coming to Oregon to compete in Olympic trials, the World Championships. And track is such an accessible sport to have those world caliber athletes come here and get to meet these, small town kids from Maupin, Oregon. That's pretty awesome.
I think that would be like really cool because I've seen them like on the internet and stuff like that, and that would be like really cool to have them actually here in Maupin running on our track.
It'd be pretty neat seeing like, Olympic,
athletes come to the small town, but has a beautiful view, of course, of the river right there. It'd just be pretty neat to have those guys come and like train and all that on this new track.
We also are looking forward to having concerts here on the rim of the Deschutes River, which is in the background. What an awesome backdrop for that. We really have everything in place to finish this project, except we need help from you. We have a great volunteer group. They have spent countless hours on the project and have done all of the due diligence to get us to where we are today. Engineering is done, we are ready for construction. We just need your help today. So please choose to support this project and help make this track and field a reality for our community. Thank you very much for joining in and making your pledge to make this a reality for our community, and enjoy the rest of the event tonight.
Thank you, Susie, and members of the Red Sides track team. The renderings of this athletic complex are beautiful and set against the hillsides in Central Oregon. There isn't another place on the planet like it. And it will have a concert shell and stage set against the rolling hills, providing a space for live music that will be unlike anywhere else. And I know right now we all want some live music in our lives. Please enjoy this beautiful preview of live music that you'll get to witness out here on the hillsides. And welcome Portland's very own talented artist. This is Nate Botsford, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, Jeff. Hey, everyone. My name is Nate Botsford. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. And this is a song that I wrote called Hourglass. You never see it coming. Seems like we were just kids. The way this life keeps moving, with all of its changes, things used to be so simple. Running round and climbing trees. Don't let another day pass you by without those kinds of memories. So live it up. Let it be. Don't worry about tomorrow. I know you just wait and see. So take it slow. Don't move too fast, because this life is just an hourglass. I can't find the sand in a moonlight lullaby. You don't take them in now. Watch them slip into the night. Well, you'll have your days of laughter, and you'll have some days of pain. And some beginnings bring the sunshine, and some endings bring the rain. Oh, live it up. And let it be. Don't worry about tomorrow. You just wait and see. So take it slow and don't move too fast, because this life is just an hourglass. Oh, take it slow and don't move too fast, because this life is just an hourglass.
Thank you, Nate. Boy, do I love music. Felt like I was right there with you. This summer, amid the pandemic, some of Oregon's unique and beautiful places played host to the world's top athletes, and although these events were spectatorless, they reached tens of thousands of viewers online, giving the many professional athletes who competed in them a track season in 2020 that they otherwise would not have had. There were 5 track meets put on by Portland Track this summer, known as the Big Friendly events now. And among those most excited about the prospect of having those events in front of fans again in these small towns around Oregon are the pros themselves. Professional athletes like 1,500-meter national champion and American sweetheart Craig Engels, and national class 1,500-meter runner and championship finalist Rebecca Mehra, who's right down the road in Bend, Oregon, enjoying some 10-barrel this evening and tuning in, I bet. Let's have a look at what they have to say about these events that took place this summer in a video right here.
Hello, fellow Oregonians. We're coming to you live from Portland, Oregon, where it is absolutely rainy. We were wishing we were in Maupin, where it's sunny 366 days of the year. Right now we're discussing the Big Friendly. It was an amazing experience where we didn't think we were going to get to run. We weren't training for any specific things, and running wasn't that fun at the time.
Amid the pandemic, the seasons for these distance runners was uncertain. They were training for the Olympics, which was canceled, and of course the Olympic trials were canceled as well. Many of the other meets that they were going to compete in were also canceled, and travel was uncertain as well. Portland Track sprang into action and started communicating with different tracks around the region in order to potentially put on some events for these athletes who didn't have any other place to turn to. Everywhere we went and everybody we talked to was willing to help.
The atmosphere at the Big Friendlies was incredibly unique. As you know, it was over the summer during COVID times, and so we had to have no spectators. So it was actually very eerie walking into a track and field meet without any spectators. The backdrop of the Mackenzie River was beautiful, some of the best racing photos I think I'll ever take. And it was just so awesome to be welcomed by the community and be involved in a track meet in such a small town.
There was a sense of camaraderie that developed between the world-class athletes that were coming together in these secret locations, in these communities that were willing to open their doors to us.
The vibe of the Big Friendly was one to be remembered. Since it was COVID times and coronavirus and everything, we were forced to be 6 feet apart from each other when we were warming up and sitting around just chatting. Everyone had masks on, but somehow through all this weirdness, it was such a fun meet.
Something that was highlighted for me this summer was the amazing camaraderie at the Big Friendly competitions. We had all been training and expecting the Olympic trials, and then when it didn't happen, we were kind of all left to just time trial and run our own. So these opportunities were so special, what was so special is we were helping each other. At one point I raced an 800 and I came back 10 minutes later to pace the 1500, but I did that because of the culture, and like other people were doing that as well. And like, I really hope that that kind of continues forward, that amazing spirit that we had at those meets, you know, when COVID is over.
The cool part about having these events in these proud Oregon communities was that they're each unique in their own special way. And although we weren't allowed to have any fans at these events, everybody was able to see that these things could be something special in the future.
I think having a meet like one of the big friendlies in Maupin would be amazing. It seems to me like Maupin is this perfect place to bring together some professional runners, the local people, even people coming from the city of Portland or Bend. And Maupin's just this central area of Oregon where it's always sunny, the views are beautiful.
Living in a small town like Bend, I feel like I know how much a world-class facility would bring to a small town like Maupin. It would put it on the map, really, to have world-class competitions. It'd be streamed all over the world.
With these world-class athletes that can come in and showcase their performances right in the middle of a town that is unique to Oregon and in this region and has its own special attributes. And we can share that with the rest of the world because of the infrastructure that Maupin has built. People in Europe will watch these events, people in Australia, people in Asia will watch these events.
I think that it will feel a lot like the small kind of European meets you get the opportunities to compete at, where the stands are packed with lots of local folks, and there's world-class athletes. And I think, you know, I live in Bend and Maupin's just down the Deschutes River, and I think it'll be an amazing opportunity for locals to get to see world-class athletes and to have this really small town local feel to it as well.
These athletes want to compete in their home state, and they want to showcase their talents and their abilities to their local fans.
Something that was so special about this summer, despite COVID, I realized how many like amazing world-class athletes there are just in the like Pacific Northwest area. I feel like normally we're all searching for meets like outside the country, diamond leagues, European meets across the world, really. To just like compete against folks based in the Pacific Northwest was like so amazing. And I am really excited to do that more moving forward and have the opportunity like right here in Oregon, like Central Oregon where I live.
And that can happen right in Maupin, overlooking the Deschutes River with the Cascade Mountains as a backdrop. Maybe lightning will strike in the distance. It'll be magical.
It's a great opportunity for people to realize what a gem Maupin is. You're just encased by beauty. And all of a sudden you're like looking around and there's this track. It was a little clay track, and it's like perfectly on this cliff so you can oversee the river. You look around and it's this small town and you're like, why would there be a track here? And then all of a sudden you're like, why wouldn't there be a track here?
Please join me in supporting this amazing work to build a real track in Maupin.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in building a real track in Maupin, Oregon.
Thanks, Craig and Rebecca, and as always, thank you, Jeff Merrill. You look great, Jeff Merrill. Oregon has a rich track and field history with many of the sport's greats coming from small towns just like Maupin, Oregon, around the state, and then they go on to run at the famed University of Oregon at Hayward Field in what's known as the Carnegie Hall of Track and Field. The state also has a rich history tied to the land and the people who inhabit it. It's a proud history of self-starters and individualists who forged their own path out here. Nobody exemplified that crossroads better than the great University of Oregon track coach, Bill Bowerman. And here to share a poem in the tradition of pioneer storytelling is the talented cowboy poet and son of Bill Bowerman. Please welcome Jon Bowermann to the stage, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. I hope I can live up to that. Cowboys don't eat turkey. 'Tain't fittin', said the boss. The meat of choice is jerky when you're out there on a horse. But on that Christmas day that year, he let us off some early. And as we're riding back to camp, we thought the cook would surely, in honor of this special day, Christ's birthday celebration, have the table heavy laden with some Christmas preparations. But when we got to cow camp, the sight before our eyes, it'd be an understatement to call it a surprise. A window had been blasted out, as likewise had the door. The flour sack was blown to bits, its contents on the floor. Strewn amongst the carnage were several sacks of beans, a buckshot-riddled turkey carcass, tinned tomatoes, and sardines. Sitting in the corner, a shotgun in his hand, the cook was mumbling something that we scarce could understand. Seems he had been set on sweeping up the floor, when on the porch he spied a badger through the open cookhouse door. Now around the cow camp cookhouse, the cook, he rules that room. Leastways, he thought he did till he hit that badger with his broom. Yeah, cook thought he was running things, but this time he was mistook. That badger didn't hesitate. He up and charged the cook. The cook retreated through the door, the badger in pursuit. The cook jumped on the table. The badger followed suit. The cook, he climbed the cupboard, but the shelves came tumbling down. That badger, he was on him in a solitary bound. The cook, he grabbed a shotgun, but his first shot was a miss, unless you count the window and a case of tuna fish. His second shot was better. He was braced against the floor, but still he missed the badger. This time he got the door. The shotgun was empty, but he got the thing reloaded. Next it was the flour sack that blunderbuss exploded. The cook, he blasted everything, most everything in sight. Unless you count the badger, it disappeared into the night. And so in memory of that day, I wouldn't touch a turkey. For Christmas, make it beef, whether prime rib, steak, or jerky.
All right. Jon Bowerman, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Jon. Jon, how important are facilities like this to rural communities?
Well, they're very important, and this one in particular, a lot of people look, well, this is for Maupin. This is not for Maupin. This is for all of Oregon. This is an opportunity to bring people that come to Oregon to see it's just not all rain and greenery. We're wide open. We got room to move around. We're a whole different mentality. And if they come over to here to take advantage of this, what I believe is going to be a world-class facility, they're going to see the other half of Oregon and how we live, and the fact that we're a little bit different than they are over there on the I-5 corridor.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. And we'll get that badger one day. Oh, what's this? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go into the big paddle raise of the evening. We're going to raise this paddle, but before we do that, we're going to watch this video that wraps up the meaning of this whole project, and it's told by community members right here in Maupin. So check this out, and we'll see you when you come back.
So I think I had the idea when I was in 8th grade. It was just, hey, why don't we have a real track? Why hasn't someone done this? And then, my parents were like, well, why don't you be the problem solver and you be the person that makes it happen?
She really has been the catalyst to start with, that pushed this project and said, why can't we just do something better?
Like, it was just a tiny idea, and I'm just a girl from a small town, and then there's this thing happening, and I'm like this seedling of it, I guess.
It has created so much excitement in town. I hear when I'm walking the streets, people ask me about it, and I'm like, oh, you probably should talk to Holly. I may be the athletic director, but I mean, this is bigger than just an athletic director thing.
Even just the idea of hosting a meet and, being the person that kind of started it is like, it's so mind-boggling to me. Because like I said, I'm just like a small town girl. My world isn't that big, but the fact that I can pull something like this off is so exciting.
We haven't seen a track meet here since 1974.
The whole community uses our track. If there was something better here, then more people would come to use it. If we could host a meet, then the whole community could come. It'd be awesome to have our own meet. Like, that would be cool.
I think if we could put on a home track meet, our community is going to rally around that. They're going to get excited.
It's really a pipe dream for a small town like this to do a multi-million-dollar expansion and upgrade.
It's part of being a 1A facility, and that isn't ripe with a lot of money to make a lot of changes.
The vision is to build a world-class facility, but also create a community asset, super impactful for the community, the track team, the football team, the school, but it also blended agricultural education, outdoor recreation, tourism, and it has a great economic impact on this community.
To me, it's just like, it was an idea, it was a dream, and now it's becoming a reality, and when it's done, it will be the field of dreams, because that's what it was. It started as a dream, and now it's, gonna be big.
I see the potential of bringing in world-class athletes, teams, is interacting with high school, middle school kids to really share the beauty and the impact that they could have on this community.
This Maupin world-class track will be such a cool opportunity for professional runners to come out there and showcase what Portland has to offer. It's only an hour-and-a-half drive. It's a beautiful drive. And just the kids being able to interact with the professionals. That's like the coolest part about our sport is there's not this huge divide like the NFL where normal people can interact with professional athletes. You're literally 10 feet away from them. It would be so cool to have an event like that, and it's overlooking the Deschutes River with these mountains in the background.
The ability to have a world-class athlete like Craig Engels coming here and running a race and having an interaction with the youth in the community is an incredible inspiration. We see this as a potential training facility to really experience the amazing, authentic Oregon and this community that is so welcoming.
Maupin would be a great place not only to race, but also to train. There's a bunch of trails nearby, perfect weather, 300-something days of sunshine a year.
A really special project to bring economic impact year-round to this community.
A new world-class facility where world-class runners could come and set times here on our track.
So I'd love to be the first one to be on the Maupin track and break 4 minutes.
Now we're here for the main event. This is the moment that you've all been waiting for. Joining me now for the big paddle raise of the evening is the project manager of this great project and the Portland Track president, Michael Bergmann, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. It's good to be up here with you, Bergie.
Harder Mechanical Contractors is our first $25,000 donor.
Harder Mechanical Contractors.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
We got
this.
a couple 25s.
We've got another $25,000 donor here.
And it looks like Rudy gave 100 and Ben another 100. So thank you. Every dollar counts. $20,000. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Dan and Gene Carver. So this fiber optic network here, that's internet. So there's internet running through those cables, and then that internet is made invisible and just shoots out across the world to everybody. Is that right?
Exactly. That's a perfect way of describing it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much
wow.
for your $10,000 donation. That
Cycle
is
Oregon.
awesome. We are just starting this campaign, so we wanted to make sure that you know that tonight is really a celebration of ensuring that we're going to get this thing going.
$5,000 in.
$5,000. Thank you, Dean.
Thank you very much, Dean. That is a very generous contribution. This is greater than we could have imagined.
Another $20,000.
What? My heart is a flutter right now, much like the butterfly garden that will be at this new facility too. And we're well on our way to being able to break ground tomorrow. We're rolling up our sleeves, getting some shovels, and doing this thing. We're very grateful for everybody who's donating this evening. We got a
John for $50.
$50 donation.
Anonymous for another $1,000.
Anonymous, we love you. We wish we knew your name. Is it? We appreciate every amount that comes in. And right now we're at $175,222. We're just getting started here. This is the beginning of this whole process, and we're kicking this off. We're celebrating how far we've come here in raising this amount of money, but we're also pushing forward to be able to make this dream a reality.
Carol for $500.
Carol,
so
thank you so much.
Woo!
$500 from Carol. You're a part of something extremely special. Matthew with $100.
All right,
Thank you very much, Matthew.
Sadie,
$100. Oh my goodness.
Let's go.
There he is right now. He's here.
Carly.
There
he goes.
He's going wild. He's
go.
challenging you. Carol, that's it.
Woo.
Carol, you did it.
Whoa, Trent. 25,000.
Wow. Trent, you just broke KP. I don't know.
He's only going to match 1,000.
We're up over $200,000
$200,000
right now.
Gosh. Thank you so much, Trent.
Mark. Mark has just outbid my mother for a rafting trip with Craig Engels.
Oh, man.
Mark. Oh.
Bethany.
Wants a rafting trip with Craig Engels.
That's probably one of our
Look
sponsors.
at this. Thank you very much for all of your generous donations. This has been amazing, and you can keep donating this evening. We're not quite finished yet.
Reach for your foot.
Okay, get real.
There you go. That's okay. Just keep working.
Are we on? Are we on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shoot.
Wait, was I good?
Yes, it was good.
All right, cool. All right, well, what do we have to say for ourselves, Holly?
Well, that pretty much concludes our evening, and we're so thankful, so thankful for all of your generous support. Tonight we raised a total of, $250,000, excuse me. That's a lot better.
$249,000.
Yeah, that's a lot.
How does that make you feel?
Pretty good. That should kickstart it.
We're well on our way to having a great facility out there, and I'm going to be back many times, so you got to get used to this face, all right? Like we said, this is just beginning, and this project doesn't stop here. We're up more. Look at that. We're up over $250,000.
That's awesome.
Thank you, James. Thank you very much, James. Be sure to tell your friends and family you could still donate to this amazing project. And keep donating. We're almost there, and what we've done tonight is just a huge step forward in that direction. For our friends at Nike, for the Nike employees, the Nike Benevity match extends until the project's completion. So that 3 times match, if you donate $50, what's that math, like 3?
That would be $150.
Yeah, Maupin's. With South Wasco County High School Red Sides. Mathlete right there. All right. This world needs more places like this for people to come together, and I know we're all craving it right now, and you've contributed to something that's going to serve a community well for years to come. I mean, there hasn't been a track meet for 50 years here.
It's crazy.
That first one is going to be ridiculous, huh?
It'll be a party.
This is the beginning of an incredible journey, like we just said. You could stay up to date with all the developments. You can see the construction happening in real time on maupindrac.org. All right, thank you all for helping us just build a real track here in Maupin, Oregon. We hope to see you soon, and we're going to see you out there very soon. So let's wave them goodbye here from Maupin, Oregon.
Bye,
thank
everyone.
you all so much. Have a great evening.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. We had such a good time hosting you guys. Tonight was amazing, and thank you for sitting through our terrible facial hair.
Thank you to everyone for helping make this night such a success and a wonderful evening. Toby says thanks too.
Hey, thank you all for making tonight a big success. We're looking forward to seeing you in Maupin for a big track meet in the future.
Thank you so much, everyone, for making tonight such a great night. Have a wonderful rest of your week and a great Christmas.
Thank you so much for coming tonight and for making tonight such a great success. We really appreciate the support and look forward to finishing the project.
I really appreciate all of you for coming and for helping make this night such a big success.
Ladies and gentlemen, please donate to buy Craig a shovel so that he could build a real track in Maupin, Oregon.
I'll be out there with that shovel if you pay for it, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at that stash.
And this one.
Beautiful.
Come join us and our mustaches in Maupin, Oregon.
Bring your stash of mustaches to Maupin, Oregon with us.
Thank you all so much for your support.
Thank you for coming tonight. We are so appreciative of your generous contributions. Please continue to spread the word, and let's get to that finish line, and let's just build a real track in Maupin.